I am joined today by Raki Phillips, the CEO of Ras Al Khaimah Tourism Development Authority. It's nice to have you with us, Raki, today.
It's my pleasure.
I know you've been busy, of course, with the Arabian travel market in recent days, and of course the promotion then of your rebranding as well as a company. Do you want to talk a bit about that and what that will entail then?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a very busy year for us, but especially in the last week with the Arabian travel market taking place in Dubai. We were very excited to participate in it, and it was a great time where everyone was able to come together. There's a lot of buzz, and we had the opportunity to really showcase our destination. Ras Al Khaimah is the northernmost emirate. We're 45 minutes outside of Dubai International Airport. But we're known as the nature emirate. So we've got the highest mountains in the UAE, Jebel Jais, which is approximately 1,934 meters. But it's a stunning destination with a really dramatic topography, 64 kilometers of beachfront, and we've got really rich history with 7,000 years of history and 4 tentative UNESCO heritage sites. So really it's a great destination that has a lot to offer, from adventure, from relaxation, from culture and history, and definitely a little bit of sun and sand.
So just actually touching on that as well, what does Ras Al Khaimah have in context to unique experiences? And of course, everybody talks a lot about Dubai and the sun and the beaches, but what does Ras Al Khaimah have itself to offer?
Yeah, I mean, Ras Al Khaimah is unique in its own way, but we do complement Dubai as a sister emirate. But we really are the adventure hub of the Middle East and the nature hub of the Middle East. So quite a few things that we've got. We're very well known for the Jebel Jais flight, which is the longest zip line in the world. But adjacent to that, we also have the viewing deck park and the Jais Sky Tour, which is actually a series of 7 exhilarating zip lines that stretch over 5 kilometers to get sort of a bird's eye view of the mountain. But we offer everything from a hot air balloon experience, a Jais Sledder, which is the region's longest toboggan ride, 1484, the highest restaurant in the UAE, the Bear Grylls Explorers Camp. So Bear Grylls has developed a really unique explorers camp over there. So all of that is the excitement that happens up on the mountain, in addition to all the hiking trails and the paragliding and all the unique experiences that come with it. But then when you come back to culture and history, you know, we have 7,000 years of history of everything from the Suwaidi Pearl Farm, where you get to see a native pearl diver and what that experience goes through. Jazira al-Hamra, which is a 19th century fisherman's village. Zaya Fort, which was the last fort that stood against the British invasion. So all of that history comes together with a beautiful culture. And to top it off, 64 kilometers of white sand beach, with some great hotel brands, luxury brands like the Ritz-Carlton and the Waldorf, and then a variety of other options from mid-scale to glamping experiences, all available in this beautiful destination.
So in terms of increasing tourism, I know you've talked a bit about this at the Arabian travel market. What has been done then to increase tourism in the region, obviously by yourselves?
Yeah, so there's been a couple of things. The first thing the pandemic really taught us, a couple of things, is one, people are looking for experiences and people are looking for nature and space, and we're very blessed to do that. I mean, to have that. So if you look at the Hilton Resort, that's a 1.6 kilometer beachfront compared to maybe other destinations that have itsy bitsy teeny weeny little beaches. So we actually have some big ones. In addition to that, obviously the nature element, but the safety and security that RAC has really focused on has been great. All of last year, we covered the PCR test costs that our guests would have incurred. So all you have to do was spend a night in Ras Al Khaimah, and we would cover the charge of your PCR return. So those are things that really enhance the destination. But in addition to that, last year at ATM, we announced a £500 million dirham investment, which is about £100 million, into 20 sustainable destinations. Earth Hotels Altitude, which is an eco-based hotel concept at the top of the mountain. Sage, which is a Mantis Collection mountain lodge. Jace Yard, an F&B village. Jace Swings, which is our paragliding experience. We have a mega beachfront development that we're doing, and numerous other attractions that we're very much focused on that offer a balance of development, however, with the importance of the core of sustainability in its as a core to its part of it.
You touched on it lightly there. Obviously, with the COVID-19 pandemic, it has been quite heavy for the majority of countries across the world. So just in terms of that, what do travellers now need to do to access Ras Al Khaimah?
In terms of COVID, I mean, we are open to fully vaccinated travelers. There's no issue for them. Traveling in and out of the UAE has been easy. Some destinations do require a PCR test prior to arrival, but most of those have been lifted, and travel in and out of the UAE is extremely easy. So I think a lot of the challenges that you had in previous years you no longer face nowadays. The other thing to remember is we are the fastest, most recovered destination in the world. So when you look at the UAE, and especially Ras Al Khaimah, we have recovered faster than many of the other destinations around the world. From our tourism employees, we're at 100% vaccination rate. And it's the ease of traveling back to the UAE is as simple as it used to be pre-pandemic.
Yeah, so just with that then as well, accessibility, how accessible is the UAE as a whole to our readers here in the UK and Ireland?
It's extremely accessible. The UAE is very welcoming to the UK and Ireland travelers. They are one of our top visitors that come. So the UK has always been one of our top markets. Ease of accessibility, direct flights. There's multiple direct flights from all major UK and Ireland cities directly into Dubai International Airport. Ras Al Khaimah is blessed, as I said earlier, 45-minute drive from Dubai International Airport, 35 minutes from Sharjah International Airport, and we have our own airport right here in Ras Al Khaimah, which would be easy. We work with a lot of charter flights. So it's very, very convenient to be able to do. I believe all the major carriers come in. I'd be surprised if there was a single day of the year that we wouldn't have a flight coming from the UK or Ireland.
So just to finish up then, what is your own recommendation? What do you suggest that our readers do when they come to Ras Al Khaimah? What must they not miss out on?
So I think the first thing they need to do is definitely experience Jebel Jace. So being at the highest mountain in the UAE is very exciting. If you've got an adventurous side to you, definitely experience the Jebel Jace flights, the longest zip line in the world. And then right after it, you pop over and do the toboggan ride, the Jace Sledder. Dine at the highest restaurant. If you're not as adventurous, and then maybe go on a hike. So all of that is fantastic to be able to do on the mountain. From a cultural perspective, the Suwaidi Pearl Farm is a really unique experience that's only available in Ras Al Khaimah, that takes you back to the way the Emiratis used to make their living, is through pearl diving before the discovery of oil. And to see that whole process curated in such a beautiful way is a wonderful experience. And then if you're a golfer, because I know a lot of your readers enjoy golf, the Al Hamra golf course, we just recently hosted the European Championship here, and it was a phenomenal experience. So we have beautiful golf courses, and then the most important reason to come here, relaxation on the beach, being able to get one of those killer tans so that everyone will be jealous when you're back home.
Well, thank you very much for taking your time today to speak to us, and good luck then for the future as well with your rebranding. I know it's going to be a busy year for you guys this year.
Thanks, Sarah. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.